Hi, I am Dr. Nitin and I am going to explain everything about uric acid in simplified language. So I am going to talk about uric acid under 6 questions. Question number 1, what is uric acid? Question number 2, when do we call that the uric acid levels are higher than normal range? Question number 3, is it always bad to have high uric acid levels? Question number 4. What are the or what can be the harmful effects of high uric acid levels? Question number 5. Do you need any treatment, any medicine for high uric acid levels? And question number 6, the commonest question, what can you do to reduce the levels of uric acid in terms of changing your diet or lifestyle? So question number 1, what is uric acid? Uric acid, as the name suggests, is a weak acid which is circulating in your blood. It is an end product, or you can say it is the result of digestion or metabolism of another compound known as purine. Purines are the building blocks of DNA and RNA and are found in your food and also inside your body, in the cells of your body. The purines are digested or metabolized in technical terms. Uric acid is formed in humans. So when you consume food, the DNA and RNA of your food, the purines get digested, metabolized, and uric acid is produced. In the same way, the cells inside your body, when they are metabolized, when they die, they are digested, they produce uric acid as the end result of digestion of purines. Now you would be surprised to know that out of the total amount of uric acid that is in your blood, 70% comes from endogenous production. So endogenous production is the uric acid which comes from inside of your body. It is produced in the liver. Only 30% comes from dietary sources. This is also seen and reflected that when you change your diet, the levels of uric acid which can be reduced by changing your diet is around 1 to 2 milligrams per deciliter, not more than that, because most of the uric acid is being produced inside your body. So this uric acid, which is a weak acid, it circulates in the blood in the form of a salt of sodium, and because it is a weak acid, it has got low solubility. Low solubility means that the uric acid tends to precipitate in the form of crystals in your body tissues, which could be your joints, which can be in your kidneys or other places, and these crystals can produce certain diseases which we will discuss later. Now 70% of the uric acid produced in your body, either from your food or from inside your body, is excreted through your kidneys. Only 30% of the uric acid goes down in the intestine and is excreted in your feces. The 70% of the antioxidant capacity of your blood, antioxidant capacity means the protective mechanism of your blood against certain chemicals, 70% of it comes from uric acid. So uric acid has got certain protective role inside your body. So uric acid, which is the end product of metabolism, serves a normal function, a protective mechanism in the body when it is in the normal range. So we'll come to the next question. When do we call that the uric acid levels are higher than the normal limits? It is different for a male person, for a gentleman, than for a woman. Roughly, if the gentleman has the uric acid levels which are higher than 7 milligrams per deciliter, and if the woman has the uric acid more than 6 milligrams per deciliter, it is considered higher than the normal range. Now, is it always bad to have uric acid levels higher than the normal range? This is an interesting question because most of us, we probably don't know that uric acid has got certain protective role in your body. It has been found in the researches that uric acid levels, if they are elevated for a short period of time, that's what we call as acute rise in uric acid levels in medicine, they are supposed to be protective. There are researches which prove that short-term elevation of uric acid levels might be related to the protective mechanism of the body. Now, what happens if these levels are elevated for prolonged period of time, like for many days, months? Then the sustained rise in the uric acid levels, it becomes deleterious, it becomes damaging to your body, because now the uric acid starts precipitating as crystals, and these crystals, they get deposited in different parts of your body, say for example joints and kidneys, and produce different harmful effects. Now we come to our next question: what are the, or what can be the harmful effects of high uric acid levels? Commonly, it has been seen that high uric acid levels are associated with gout. Gout is a condition of joints where the joints become swollen, red and painful. This happens because the uric acid crystals get deposited inside the joints and they produce irritation and inflammation. Similarly, if these crystals, they start getting deposited in your kidneys, they can take a form of kidney stone. Sometimes they are big and they can be big enough to cause damage to your kidneys. So gout and kidney stones are the common ailments, common diseases which are associated with high uric acid levels. Now, many researchers have proven that there is probably some very important role of high uric acid levels in the development of hypertension, that is high blood pressure, and also heart diseases. So gout, kidney stones, hypertension, heart diseases, and the researches, they go on. High uric acid levels sustained for prolonged period of time have got many bad effects on your health. Now, when do you need the treatment, medicines for reducing the levels of uric acid? That's the next question, question number 5. It has been found that if your uric acid levels are high on just a routine checkup, a routine health checkup, and you don't have any symptoms, you don't have any disease like kidney stones or gout or hypertension or heart disease, then probably you don't need any treatment for these levels. It's just a finding in your blood reports, and your doctor might just advise you to change your lifestyle and change your diet. And we come to the 6th question, which is the commonest question being asked: what can you do to reduce these levels in terms of changing your diet, in terms of changing your lifestyle? As we have discussed earlier, that it is the purines which finally get metabolized and or digested to uric acid inside the body. So all those food items which are very high in purine content, they are always advised to be reduced in your diet. Cut down on those food items so that your uric acid level starts coming down. So what are those food items? Number 1, red meat, what we call as mutton in common language. Second is organ meat, like kidney, liver. These two food items, they are very high in purine content. Third is sugary food. Sugary food means food items which are very sweet, like sweets, very sweet fruit juices, bakery items. What happens that when you consume very high level of the common sugar, glucose and fructose, it gets absorbed very quickly from your intestine, and there is a sharp rise in the blood sugar levels. There's a complex digestive mechanism behind it, but somehow it leads to high uric acid levels. Third was the sugar. Fourth, beer. Beer has been found to be very high in purine content. So if you consume large amounts of beer frequently, it is going to be very bad for the uric acid levels. So all these food items, they need to be cut down in your diet to control the level of uric acid. There are other food items also which might be playing some important role in increasing the level of purine and thus uric acid in your levels. They include beef and bacon. They can also contribute to the high uric acid levels. Anchovy sauce has also been found to be contributing to high purine content and high uric acid levels. So you need to reduce these food items from your diet. And how can you reduce it? You don't need to stop them altogether. You need to reduce the frequency of consumption of these food items and maybe reduce the portion size. Now there are certain food that might be helpful in reducing the levels in direct or indirect way. So it has been found that if you consume a good amount of dairy product, that is milk and milk product, it will be of some good help in reducing the levels of uric acid. Second, if you are taking adequate amount of vitamin C in your diet, it probably helps in reducing the levels of uric acid. So consume the daily requirement of vitamin C by taking lemon and citrus fruit, which will be providing you the adequate amount of vitamin C. It has been found that consuming coffee can reduce the level of uric acid. The mechanism is complex and there is no solid evidence behind it, but probably it helps. In the same way, cherries probably can help in reducing the level of uric acid in your body. Water. Consuming a good amount of water probably will not lead to to reduce the uric acid level, but it will help in reducing the chances of uric acid forming crystals and precipitating in the form of crystals inside your body tissues. So keeping yourself well hydrated, drinking a good amount of water will help in reducing the chances of uric acid getting deposited as crystals. Now what can you do in terms of changing your lifestyle so that the uric acid levels can be under control, can be reduced? So it has been found that if you're obese, obesity leads to high uric acid levels. So you need to hit the right range of BMI, that is your ideal weight for your height, and you need to do regular exercise, maybe go for a walk at the gym, reduce the fat content in your diet and try to come into the normal range of body weight for your height. This will help in reducing the levels of uric acid definitely. Now I'll talk about carbohydrates, because as I was talking previously, simple carbohydrates have been found to be bad for uric acid levels. So there is something called as complex carbs. Complex carbs means carbohydrates which take time for their digestion and absorption. For example, starch and fiber. So if you consume carbohydrates in the form of complex carbs, when you consume the complex carb, it goes into the intestine, it takes time for digestion and absorption, and there is no sudden sharp increase in your blood sugar levels, and it helps in keeping the uric acid levels low. So this was everything about uric acid in the simplest possible language. If you have any questions, if you have any query, I'll be happy to answer. Thank you for your time.